nice MS660, same bar and chain, 32 inch. It was just a pain in the arse to bloody start it. I had to prime it a couple of times. Haven't run it since the last video. What do you think of that? So I'll just have a cigarette, talk a little bit about all the saws from this series. I'd like to have a sit down, but everywhere I sit, the sun's going to be in the way. Actually, I'll go over here, sit on this log over here. Or I can sit on this one. And I'll explain why I need to sit. Wind the tripod down a bit, sit it over there. Okay, so I had a fall yesterday at work. Grazed, and I think there's a bit of fabric embedded in my knee, left knee. Anyway, so I think there was a few firsts today or this week. John said I actually stuck it in a log. I was blown away, but she's not oiling, so I need to. I think a 61 worm gear is the same, so I've got one at home. Unless actually I think I put it on there, so that's sheared as well. So first time I've had anything longer than a 25 inch on the 660 ever in my life. Does all right. The chain is dull now, so I'll have to redo it again, but just to give you guys a look. The ported 394 with the 24 inch, it pressed the bejesus out of me today. I don't know if I think it's fully bedded in, the rings, the cabers. It's probably a possibility. I'd have to run it against the 395, but I think the 395's got way more gonads. 365 with the 32, far out, can't get over it. 850, I'm disappointed. I'll chuck a new rim on. I'll have to probably take the fuel tank back off and have a look inside up the top where the check valve is. I'd say that's all gooey from that bio bar oil. 288, I don't know what's going on with it. I think I blew it up. I tried to start it when I brought it back here when I took the bar and chain off. It's not rolling over properly. I'd say I've blown it up. That was... I did use the timing wheel. This is 2.0 on that 288. Just bear with me a second. My left ear's blocked up on me. 2100. Can't get over it. Today was a rush job. I just put all the saws in the back of the ute last night. Pulled up here, a couple of swipes with the file. I didn't sharpen it properly. Excuse me. It's spitting out nice chips. On the 2100, it had the biggest chips on the 2100. It was just absolutely eaten. But I'll decide what I'm going to run in the next series. Possibly later tonight, when we've got what we're doing for the rest of the day all under control. I might take the muffler off the 288 and have a look. If I've blown it, I'll redo it because it's going to go to bloody Darcy. It's going to go to Darcy, who wants, he doesn't want to run his 281 with anything longer than 24. And I think he wants to get like a 30, 32. So this size bar that I ran on it today, it does pull it. So if I've blown it, I'll replace it. I'll maybe change a few numbers. It needs more torque. I'll refer to my book what numbers I went to, and I'll change it. Maybe don't go as much on the exhaust roof and leave the transfer. I'll do the transfers the same. But if I've blown it, I'll fix it. I've got a feeling it's either it's scored itself or the ignition, the two-piece ignition up tops come loose again. So it's not sparking. The 365, can't get over that. It's the OE carb that makes the difference. With a Pharmatech carb on it, wouldn't even wouldn't pull the 24. If you go back and watch the last couple of videos, you'll see the difference. The 660, this is probably the last time I run it, because I've got the Pharmatech one. That's all genuine except for the recoil. Clutch, I do have an OE clutch to go on it. The drums, I think OE. The rims, just the ones I get in the packs. I get a pack of 10 for $90, I think it is, so they're $9 each. That squeaky noise, that's the retaining washer and the E-clip. The E-clip and the washer are rubbing together till they wear in. They're non-genuine as well, so that's why they squeak. It does sound like the bottom end, but it's not. Chain brake flag, I think that's genuine now. Handlebars genuine. That's what's left of the grip on it from, that was on an 066 round top that when it was in a shed fire. I think I'll put some photos or something up. There might be a shorts of it. Burnt to a crisp. I started it up and made a cut with it. Air filters non-genuine, but it's got the sock, the proper filter, and inside it's got the foam that catches the spit back. So it's really good quality aftermarket. But other than that, everything else, apart from one AV mount, is all genuine. I built it from parts from Reese, and I think I got the muffler from. Got the rear half from Reese and the front cover from someone else. It's the dual port. Originally this all would have had a single port with a little fish gill in it. That's how they came here. I'm not sure how many came with a dual port muffler. But my Pharmatech is just as it would have came if I went to the shop and bought it. But it's got the pipe in the front cover. Piston and cylinder come from the guys that hosted Sawfeast. You've seen a score on it. It was carbon, purely carbon score. 2 seconds of Scotch Brite, it was off. Nothing wrong with it. I polished the exhaust port and that's it. So she's not ported, she's stock with the polished exhaust port. She'll probably get cleaned up now and put back on the shelf. Well, not now, tomorrow. The top cover's got a chip out of it, goes through the badge, but it's all genuine parts. I'll put her on. I'll park her up on the shelf, and I'll run the Pharmatech. The Pharmatech needs a new AV mount on the right hand side. Stops the fuel tank. You know, the movement in that when you're dogging in. But other than that, I'm happy with today. There's two saws I didn't run, or three technically, because the 394 I was going to run it with a 36, but 32. But chain's dull now. I don't want to keep pushing it, and I've sort of had enough. I've got to get home, have a shower, get changed. We've got some other stuff to do for the other channel. My phone's dying, 10% battery left, so I've got to get her on the charge while I'm driving home. Send Darcy a voice message, let her know how it goes. It's same as every other day I come out here. But the top handles, I will do that in the next series. I've got to sharpen the chain. I don't have a 3/8 low pro Philo plate. I've got to use the stupid ones you lay along the teeth. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I bought a low pro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up, whatever, you know, all those good stuff. If you're interested in any of the merch, it's down here. I've got my shirt on now, straight from USA. It's good stuff. I wear it under my work shirt. I wear it lots. I've got this and the Luke Combs shirt. I just wear them flat out every day. And I haven't worn a hole in it yet, so it's good stuff. Thanks for watching, Uru. Have a good rest of the week. Catch us on the flip side. So see you later.